Miss anything? Yeah.
Are we recording?
In a galaxy not so far away, there was a gang of 6 kids. I guess they could be called a gang. Age range from about 5 going up to 8. 4 of them neighbors, the other 2 shared the same name. On Saturdays and Sundays, they'd gather to play their favorite game, Young Explorers, investigating the cave where their parents couldn't find them and they didn't have to behave. Their imaginations were flying and they were acting their age because all the fighting at home had gave them a need for escape. But they were not alone because they had each other's embrace. So they vowed to stick together. No matter what folly came, whether sun was their endeavor or escape from falling rain, it didn't make a difference as long as everybody showed up. They had no plan or mission or ambition for their whole. Stuck in their own existence, time wasn't moving slow enough until the fateful day when the conflict of grown-ups had shown us what happens when civilization blows up. The blast murked everything the surface ever known of, but lucky for the kids, they were playing underneath it. And thanks to their curiosity, they discovered just how deep it goes, and that hole left 6 people breathing on the whole planet. No damage shows us the weakness of bone and tissue. It's so misused, and it's gone, and there's no weeping, and the innocent live on, and the rest of the world's deceased, and it's their burden now, so fuck them. And after hours of playing, without a sign of regrets, they climbed out of the cave and found their parents' silhouettes paved upon the wall. This was not what they expected, but the fact is, after all the adults had neglected, they were better off without them, they decided, and accepted the fact they were alone. Before reality had set in, the oldest of the group, his name was Tommy. He connected that without dad or mommy, it was him that they respected, but this meant it was up to him to protect them. This responsibility, it was on him. And it reflected the way the world was run before. This was kind of like a second chance to advance our species, like a next step in let's let anarchy reign in the free world and test it out on this calamity that we hurled into the laps of the youngest generation who had to adapt to that world that they were placed in. And yeah, Tommy did his best to maintain his patience, but children, they're funny when they're hungry and they're wasting away as their leaders, only 8, already pacing back and forth as the last resource taken had made him wish he was back playing games in his parents' backyard. But that world was forsaken, and one by one, so sick and emaciated, they turned on each other. No brotherhood or relation could keep them from feeding on each other or escaping the fate that the rest of humanity embraced. And in less than a week, the 6 that had lived finally killed themselves off when the instincts kicked in. And some would think it fate, or simply just how it is, or label it human nature, their cost of existence. And some would simply say they were young and ill-equipped, but they can't be blamed because they're only kids.